that illegal immigration is a victimless crime. And we know that's not true. You know, my son was walking home from the mall one day, like I'm sure everyone here has kids, and you let your kids go to the mall, you just trust that they're going to come home safely. My son went to the mall one Sunday afternoon, and that evening he had called me on the phone. I called him and asked him where he was. You know how we do. We call our kids every 5 minutes. Hey, Jazz, where are you? Hey, I'm right around the corner, Dad. I'll be there in like 5 minutes. I said, okay. So I told his little brother, at the time he was 10 years old, get your clothes on, we get ready to get dressed, because Jazz, he had a track meet that Friday, so we were going to go get some track spikes, get some food, and go home. And right when I told him that, I heard a pow, pow. I mean, just, it was so loud, it was like, I remember saying, damn. Went to the window and looked outside, didn't see anything, but I had this pain in my gut. And I just, oh my God, don't tell me this boy just got shot. You know, I just couldn't, I didn't want to believe it, but I had to go outside and check. I went outside in the sidewalk, looked down the street. There he was, laying in the street, dead. He was already dead. His face was looking toward me with his eyes closed, still holding onto his cell phone in his hand. You know, and it's just, we've never been the same since. You know, our life stopped March the 2nd. I'm still actually stuck on March the 2nd, 2008. You know, I can't get over that. You know, my son, he was a good kid. Wasn't in any gangs, never been arrested, never suspended from school. I mean, he was voted MVP 3 times in a row on the football team, player of the year 3 times in a row. You know, he was running track. He was getting ready to go to the Olympics, or at least he was getting ready to have a tryout for the Olympics in the 100. He ran the 200, both relays and the long jump. You know, I mean, it's, I took care of that boy the whole time. I mean, I coached every team. I thought me, you know, getting involved, and I let him know that if you do the right thing, you stay out of trouble, you're going to be blessed with the American dream, which we know the American dream is just staying alive, you know. The American dream to me doesn't mean I get a job or a house. That's just part of being American. You know, the American dream to me is be able to walk around without someone shooting you dead just because you're black. Just because you're there, you know, it's unacceptable. You know, and you find people from other countries come to the United States for the American dream, but they give us an American nightmare. You know, because that's where we are right now. We're having a nightmare. I don't even believe my son is dead. You know, I mean, I know it. I go into his room. His room is the same way. You know, you look at his shoes and you look at all his trophies and his clothes, and you just can't find an answer for that, you know? You're just crying all the time. My mother, my sisters, you know, he has a little brother. And we have to live like this in America. It doesn't make any sense, you know? It's unacceptable, you know, that he had all these dreams and hopes. And I was so proud of him, you know, and I thought we made it. I had an 18-year plan that, you know, that I had the first 18 years. That was my job to get him to 18. And we came up 10 months short. And people call me a racist, like the guy was saying earlier, because I'm pissed off. You know, I can't feel sorry for illegal aliens. You know, there's nothing that can make me feel sorry right now. The bar is set too high. You know, the bar is set too high. We as Americans deserve the American dream first. You know, we deserve to live in this country and be entitled to everything everyone else is trying to get. But they're coming over here, and it doesn't matter what color you are. The guy that murdered my son was from Mexico. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. He was a legal alien from Mexico. He came into the country when he was 4 years old. And we hear Obama saying now that the ones that were brought over from their parents, we don't want to go after them. Well, the guy that murdered my son was in the country 15 years illegally before he murdered my son. Now, he came in when he was 4 years old up in Santa Clara County, working on the farms. And we hear Colbert talking like the farms is just a bad place for them. What about us? He came into this country, worked on a farm, his family. He came to LA. They had no respect for American citizens. No respect. He was in the county jail. He was released on a Saturday night. No supervision. No one called ICE. They just lit him out like he's at a YMCA camp and say, see you next year. Because we know we all send our kids to camp. The day my son was murdered, we had just came from a football clinic in Pasadena. And the day before he was murdered, he asked me, hey, Dad, can I go to a party? Of course I said no. And he said, oh, yeah, I know, Dad, I know. I might get shot, And the very next day, he was shot dead. I remember running up to him, like laying on the ground, and told him, man, I told you, these people are crazy out here, And it's just so disrespectful that people are calling me a racist because I'm pissed off that my son is murdered by a illegal alien, And I want to tell everybody, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that word. They use that word, and it's like they want to immobilize you. They use it to keep you from doing anything. The way the Obama and the Sheriff Baca and Charlie Beck, or the chief of police in LA and the chief of the sheriff department, they won't do anything. The first day Charlie Beck was voted into office for the LAPD, the very first day, first thing he said was, I would not change Special Order 40. Now, Special Order 40 is an order, not a law. It's an order in LA that the LAPD cannot ask anyone their immigration status, even if they know. And the reason why they used that was they say they couldn't get the legal aliens to come forward and commit crimes. So there you go. I feel the same way, And we wake up every day, and it's been over almost 3 years now. March the 2nd will be 3 years, and I still don't even believe it happened. I wake up every day wishing I was dreaming, His little brother all day is, oh, Dad, I sure miss Jazz. The whole family is just in a total denial. At the same time, we're being realistic. We know he's dead. So we decided to try to pass a law called Jamiel's Law. What Jamiel's Law does is it goes right after illegal alien gangs. It's no deviation. And all the politicians in LA don't support it. Not even the black politicians. I seriously thought that the chief of police in Los Angeles, Bernard Parks, he was the chief of police. His granddaughter was shot in the face by a gangbanger, murdered on the streets of LA. So I just knew he's a city councilman that he would support that. No support. Everything is about the legal alien vote, the Latino vote. They don't care about the black vote, the white vote, the Asian vote. It's all about the Latino vote, and it's not fair to us. It's not fair that we're working with their whole desires to get half of our paychecks so they can give it to the legal aliens, all the services and things like that. You just remember, you can't feel sorry for what's going on. The thing is, they want you to feel sorry for the plight of the legal aliens. Feel sorry for the plight of the American citizens. Thank you.